And I was like, oh my gosh, like all these girls on TikTok are like getting guys to fly them out, paying for their hair, talking about this princess treatment. I was like, I want this treatment. Or like, just say things like, okay, well, there's other guys that would do that. Or, okay, there would be someone else to do that. So it's like, you're either gonna give me that or I will have to leave.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Mark Journey to the Philippines. Got a fun reaction video today. Another spoiled princess, Western woman. So nothing says, oh my god, I love my boyfriend so much. We've been together 2.5 years. Like an ultimatum. You're gonna start paying for everything, or I'm gonna find someone else who will. Like, what on earth? And she's like, oh my god, I love him so much. Like, I can't, I couldn't imagine breaking up with him, but like, you treat him like trash, right? Um, just another ATM machine. Yeah, and like, don't get me wrong, I'm all up for treating a lady right and treating a woman well and taking care of her. And I'm cool with old fashioned ideas like the man provides and everything for like a real lady who's also old fashioned, like an old fashioned lady with the old fashioned relationship. Like, if you want that relationship, that's fine. If you're an old fashioned woman, but she's probably not. She's definitely, you can tell that, dude. She's a spoiled little princess. And where did this bad attitude come from? It came from her friends on TikTok. Like, her, like, don't. Oh god, like probably like the worst place in the world to get good relationship advice. Um, yeah, other women on TikTok, like women giving women advice. Oh man, like that's fine. You want to be spoiled, you want to be a spoiled brat, that's fine. But like, don't give an ultimatum to your boyfriend after several years and then pretend that's love. Cause unfortunately, he's a sucker and goes along with it. But yeah, let's watch. It's kind of hard to watch, and she tries to do a good job justifying it. Very obvious, like, what she's really after.
Hey girlies, I want to be telling you how me and my boyfriend went from 50-50 to 100%, and this is what I did. So mind you, like, I'm a pretty sweet girl, and me and my boyfriend are in love with each other, and we have been dating for like almost 2.5 years.
Yeah, she's a very sweet girl, right? Like, they love each other. Nothing says love like an ultimatum. But pay for everything, buy me stuff, not just like pay for my stuff, but like fly me to trips and ridiculous things like that.
And I was like, oh my gosh, like all these girls on TikTok are like getting guys to fly them out, paying for their hair.
So you notice her relationship was actually pretty good. They loved each other 2.5 years until she started listening to bad advice from other women on TikTok. Like, she's comparing her life to theirs on social media, which usually isn't even true. Like, social media is like the best version, or like they're showing off, right? So yeah, she was happy until she let others on TikTok ruin it for her.
Talking about this princess treatment. I was like, I want this treatment. So I sat down with my boyfriend, like straight up, and I was like, listen, babe, these girls are getting this type of treatment and this is what I want. I want to have this life. And he gave me that life. Like, all I had to do was ask and higher my standards, because, and I would just say like little comments, and it wasn't like rude, but
so you can tell from her own little laugh there, like, she doesn't even truly believe herself, what she's saying. Like, now she's trying to justify it. And yeah, like I said, I'm okay for treating a woman right and treating her like a lady and everything. Like, demanding to be a spoiled princess or expecting to be a spoiled princess, like, no. What happened to, like, you should be like a strong woman or like a respectful queen or something, but like, not a spoiled brat. You know, I demand you do my hair and you pay my cell phone and you fly me to Florida.
this is some advice that some of the girls gave on TikTok, and they were like, just say things like, okay, well, there's other guys that would do that, or okay, there would be someone else to do that. And I would,
Nothing says love like manipulation, right?
it's like, you're either gonna give me that or I will have to leave.
So this poor guy spent like 2.5, 3 years with her. They thought they were happy, and now she's blackmailing him. Like, you're gonna pay for everything. You're gonna do 100%, you pay all my bills, you're gonna fly me places on trips, or I'm gonna find a richer guy who will. Like, could you imagine if a guy did that for one? And then, like, that poor guy, like, it must have broke his heart. But then, of course, like, he loves her, so he does it because he doesn't want to lose her. But then, like, I feel so bad for him. Like, that's not love. Like, he loves her, but obviously she doesn't love him. Like, if she truly loved him, she'd be with him even if he lost everything. She just wants him for his resources, and unfortunately, it shows.
And I said it in such a assertive and clear way. And I think it just really got through to him because we love each other and we don't want to leave each other. But at the same time, I'm like, this is what I want, and I want you to give it to me.
So again, I'm not against treating her well or treating a lady right or treating one right, but like, this isn't right. This is really sad. And she's like, "This is what I want." Okay, well, you should have stated that from the beginning, been clear with him. But also, like, "No, I want you to give this to me." No, like, maybe you kind of hope so. You already have something going, but you don't really care. Like, you just said if he doesn't give it to you, you'll find someone else who does. Clearly, the lifestyle, the rich and famous lifestyle, like, you know, the extravagance, the luxury, the designer bags, the fancy trips, that's more important to her than him. So let's not pretend it's like, "Oh, I want you to give it to me. This is just what I want. This will make me happy." No, babe, we see right through you. You don't care who gives it to you. If he doesn't give it to you, you just said you'll leave and get someone else. If he's like, "No, I'm not going to do that," you think she's going to stay? No, she'll break up with him, find someone else. Maybe she'll call him crying later, like, "Oh, why did I break up with him? He was such a good guy." But like right now, she doesn't appreciate it, and it shows.
So now, like, he's sending me money to get my hair done, and he took me to a trip on my birthday and just treating me like a princess.
So, like, I feel bad for him, but I also, like, don't feel bad because, like, he should be, like, if he's, well, like, he should know better by now than to let women, like, walk all over him and to be used like that, and be, like, a doormat or to be an ATM. But, like, obviously he really loved her and didn't want to lose her and probably caught off guard and everything, but I don't think this is healthy, and I don't think it's gonna last. He'll probably grow to resent her one day, and that will have long-term consequences, and she'll figure that out eventually.
And it really is awesome, girls. Like, if you have a boyfriend and you're serious with him, like, let him know straight up what you want and what you expect from him.
So nothing like people in bad relationships giving other people bad advice, right? Oh god, like, I feel this girl is not qualified to give other women advice in dating relationships, but also, like, great, the cycle will continue. And, like, this whole advice, like, let him know what you want and what you expect from him, that's actually, like, decent advice, but she, like, a whole bait and switch, right? Like, 2.5, 3 years, and then changed like, and the ultimatum, like, that's not right. So what you need to do is be upfront when you first start dating. Like, if that's really what you want, if that's really that high on the priority list, be upfront. Be like, "Hey, I want to be treated like a princess. You're paying for everything. I'm not doing 50-50 dates." I still think that's a little ridiculous in Western modern society, but, like, unless she's an old-fashioned woman, but, like, at least she's upfront about it, and he knows straight up going into it. This whole, like, letting him fall in love with you and then being like, "You're gonna pay for everything or else I'm gonna find another guy who will," that's messed up. That's wrong. And shame on her. And the flip side to that is, I want to be fair here, if we're gonna give this advice, if she can say, "Hey, this is what I want, give it to me or else," then men should be able to say that too, right? Like, "Hey, I want this," and who knows what it might want be. Like, "I want you to cook and clean, I want you to be more traditional," or "I want, you know, intimacy 3 times a week or every day or once a week," or whatever, you know, he wants. Yeah, that should be on the table too. And they're gonna be like, that's not the same, or that's not fair, or you can't demand it. Like, well, that's exactly what she's doing. Like, she gave an ultimatum, so I'm just trying to be fair here. Like, yeah, if women should be able to express themselves and say what they want, but then men should be able to express themselves too and also say what they want. But if a man did that, he'd be labeled all sorts of bad things, and they'd be crying all over the internet. Oh, he's such a bad guy.
I think secretly he wanted me to be this girl for him, to have higher standards, because
No, I really don't think that's what he secretly wanted. He probably was like, oh my god, what is happening? Who is this girl? And I don't want to lose her, and like freaked out. And nothing wrong with higher standards, but higher standards doesn't mean he pays for everything and you use him. No, that's not higher standards. That's just you not being a good
I was
person.
always like, oh, I could be the cool girl, I could be down, I could be chill, like, you don't have to pay for that, I got it.
Okay, so you were the cool girl, and now you went in the other direction, and now you're like the spoiled brat. Yeah, I'm sure he won't grow to resent you at all over the change. And it's like that's how like men and women often are. Like women fall in love and they want their man to change. Like, oh, I'll fix this about him. But like a man falls in love and he's like, I hope she never changes. Like, it's sad.
He wanted to be a man, he wanted to do this stuff for me, and I wasn't allowing him to.
So I'm calling BS on this because I was that guy, especially when I was younger. I'd always pay for everything, and yeah, this whole like he wanted to be, no. If he really wanted to, he would have offered straight up and refused if she tried. Um, you know, she changed and she pulled it all and made him. I'm not falling for this. Like, oh, and don't let them like twist words and be like, oh, real men pay for. No, that's not what she wanted. That's not what they were doing. um she just got jealous from other people's lifestyles on TikTok and took advantage of them.
And it's awesome. So that's what I did, and it really wasn't like this hard and complicated thing.
She gave him an ultimatum, like, don't pretend like it's love. Yeah, it was no big deal. Like, no, I'm sure to him it was a very big deal. You're doing this or else I'll find someone else who will. Yeah, I'm sure that didn't sting at all.
It really was just like, hey babe, I want X, Y, and Z. And then he was like, why are you using me? And I was like, absolutely not, you're my husband.
Wait. Earlier, I could have sworn she said boyfriend or man or whatever, but assumed dating or relationship, right? And then she's like, absolutely not, you're my husband. So she gave her husband an ultimatum, you're gonna do all this or I'm gonna leave you and get a divorce and find another man who's gonna pay for this. Like, that's messed up. Like, it was bad enough already, but shame on her. Like, that's just terrible.
And now you can see that. So I'm like, it's awesome. I love having this treatment.
Yeah, it's awesome. For her, maybe. Poor guy works himself to death, pays all the bills, and then she just does what? Uses her money on buying herself fancy clothes and jewelry and bags, designer bags that she doesn't need. And then he like works like a slave and she doesn't appreciate him.
Princess treatment. Every girl deserves it. So please, if you have a boyfriend, tell him what you want and how you want to be treated, and don't take anything less. And that's my story.
What happened to like 50-50 in modern day women, like women strong and equal? Like, this isn't equal. Like, again, I'm all up for treating them right and being old fashioned and paying for. I'm actually okay with paying for everything if she's a lady, and they have a old fashioned relationship. Like if she wants to be a traditional housewife or stay at home and work or that sort of thing, and like wait for marriage or only had like one or two boyfriends. That, like, if she's a traditional woman, that's fine. But this girl is not a traditional woman. She's a spoiled brat, and it's very obvious to everyone, and it shows. So yeah, and like the difference between this and like say like passport bros and going overseas to find like a Filipina or something or a Thai girl or whatever. Um, and the difference between like paying for everything there and like here is like night and day, right? So we have to be able to tell the subtleties, but they're in a third world country and they're starving and poor, largely, and they can work all day for like $10 or less, and that's if they have a good job in Manila. So it's a little different, like going over there and paying for everything, like because it's also a cultural difference. Like there, you're expected to pay for everything still, just like you're like that's where you want to go if you want to find a more traditional relationship, right? um so I'm not knocking that at all. That's how it's meant to be there, and that's what a lot of us guys actually want. This like Western women who just, oh my, like they're not actually ladies. They're not. They don't want it. They have a high body count. They don't want a traditional relationship or a traditional marriage. They're not going to be a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home wife or anything like that. And what she really wants is just to take advantage of you and use you. Like I've seen this in my own life. I've seen this in others. Or like the man has a good job and he's got some resources or whatever, and she might have a good job too, right? But like he'll pay for everything, and then like he pays the mortgage, he pays the food, he pays the bills, and then like what does she pay for? She pays for her own fun crap. It's like the joke, his money is our money and my money is my money, like, you know, the girls say. So like his money is shared and her money is not shared. So like that's why they go and buy themselves like fancy jewelry and fancy designer bags like Louis Vuitton and all this crap. And it's like, I'm sure he would like to buy himself nice things too, but he can't because he's putting his family first. And like that's good that he does that, but at the same time, like it's not fair, and men shouldn't be pushovers and they shouldn't let themselves be taken advantage like this. And I know he's just trying to keep her happy, and they're like, happy life, but like she's never gonna be happy because it's never gonna be good enough. And like she, you know, especially when you gotta buy things to be happy, where a man can just easily be content. Like she's always gonna have to like be spending money on expensive things, and like they're not even cheap. It's like you gotta get the expensive bag to feel good about yourself. Like when the cheaper bag, like Michael Kors, that bag looks just as good, if not better. That's not even a cheap bag. That's like several $100s too, but it's cheaper than Louis Vuitton. You know, it's cheaper than $1,000 bags. Like, but like, oh my gosh, like I feel bad for him, I really do, but like he brings this on himself for allowing himself to stay in this situation. He should have nipped in the bud right there, or said, okay, see ya, good luck, and like found a better girl. But like you live and you learn. He's probably gonna learn the hard way. He'll probably go resent her. Hopefully he learns, and hopefully she at least appreciates him. I highly doubt it. And hopefully she reciprocates that and treats him like a, if she gets treated like a princess or queen, hopefully she treats him like a king. I highly doubt it, but hopefully, because she probably lost respect for him if anything, but hopefully she does. But yeah, and again, it's different for girls overseas. That's a different scenario. But yeah, you can, like, no wonder men are going overseas. We're literally like fleeing for our lives to get away from women like this. And clearly we don't mind paying for everything because we pay for everything over there. We pay for everything here in the Philippines. But like, we just are fleeing from this attitude, this mindset. Like, we don't mind doing it, but like, for the right girl. But this crazy entitled, spoiled, is like, that she's not the right girl. And it's very obvious. But yeah. This video took longer than I thought. I reacted a lot, but thanks for watching. If you liked it, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for more videos like this. I appreciate it. It helps out the channel. Let me know in the comments if you've ever met a girl like her, or you know, what your thoughts are on paying for everything, or if you should go 50-50, at least in the Western culture and the you mind paying for everything overseas, or like what your thoughts are on that. Anyways, just let me know in the comments what you think. All right, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Love you guys. See you next time. Peace.